The last master items that we're going to look at on the control surface are the fader layer keys. The fader layer keys change the view of the faders. Bank A, mono inputs. B, stereo inputs. The bus masters, the matrix masters, and the graphic EQ in two halves, low frequency bands and higher frequency bands. Let's now look at what makes the SI Compact so easy to use. This is how do we mix to a bus. For every bus on the console, pre-fade, post-fade, matrix or effects, there is a dedicated mix key, Totem, the one-touch easy mix, and this is how it works. Regardless where you are or what you're doing on the console, simply press the key for the bus you want to mix to. Instantly, the control surface is transformed. The faders are now the sends from your channels to the chosen bus. The on-off key, similarly, is routing on and off from your channel to the bus. And the fader glow has illuminated according to the bus type that we're mixing to. We have yellow for pre-fade auxiliaries, green for post-fade sends, orange for matrix buses, and cyan when mixing to the effects buses. The totem keys can do so much more than simply put the console into sends on faders mode. The bus master is on the mono fader. The EQ and dynamics for the bus are on the ACS, and the system has soloed the bus, allowing you to hear it. It's a similar situation for an effects mix, but in this case the mono fader and ACS are the effect return channel, and the console has soloed that effect return, allowing you to hear the effect of the effect. Okay, we've got the SI Compact hooked up to a multi-track player with some live recording on it. And let's just have a quick look at how you might deal with, let's say, a vocal channel before bringing the faders up into the mix. Let's start the tape. Okay, we go along and solo the channels, and you can hear individual channels in your monitoring system. We can adjust the gain on the global encoder, or we can select it and control it from the assignable channel strip. And while we're here, you have adjustment of the filters. Let's turn that down. The filters, the dynamics, and the EQ on the selected channel. Let's just have a listen to that. So we can hear that it's doing this. Got a reasonable level on the channel. And once we've repeated that for all the channels across the mixer, then we'll bring the faders up, bring up the master,
sometimes you step to the outside,
and we've created some kind of mix to go out, and you balance it and tune it accordingly. If we want to do the graphic EQ for the main bus, let's select the left-right fader. Now I can open the graphic EQ for the main bus. And while we've got the main bus selected, we can control the parametric EQ and the main bus dynamics. That's pretty much all you need to know about getting a mix out to the main bus. Alright, we've moved on a little bit. There's something happening on the main PA. How are we going to do a mix for the artist? Well, let's push play, see what we get. So, the artist who's on bus 1. We're listening to the bus. Push up the bus master. Bring up the channels. And that is the mix for the artist on bus 1. Let's do the artist on bus 2. Push up the master. Bring up some channels. And that's the mix of bus 2. I think you'll agree, that's pretty easy. Okay, when we left off, we'd pushed something out to the main left and right. We'd given a couple of artist mixes, but it was all dry. So now let's look at how we're going to add some reverb to the mix. Start the tape. There we go, we've got something going out to left, right. We're going to use Effects 4 for this mix. So Effects 4, we're listening to the reverb return, remember? So let's bring up some vocal and the guitar. Well, there's definitely some reverb there. And we could bring that into the main mix. Now if we want to change this effect type, perhaps into an old-fashioned spring reverb, push the lexicon key, choose a different reverb type or a different effect type. There we go, we've got a spring reverb that we can change there. And there's our reverb mix. That's all we need to do. We've finished with that. Come back to the main mix. Effects returns are on the stereo layer. And we've brought the reverb back into the mix there. Simple. Thank you for your interest in the SoundCraft SI Compact Console. For more information, visit www.soundcraft.com or contact your dealer or distributor. Thank you again for watching.